Hey everyone, this is Brian from Provision Studios, and today I'm doing an unboxing of the FEELWORLD T7 7-inch on-camera field monitor. This is a $149 item. I just received this today. And let us see what is in the box. So we have histogram, peaking filter, false colors, exposure, 9 grid, embedded audio, DSLR scale, zoom in, pixel to pixel, RGB check field, image flip, and anamorphic mode. 7-inch 4K on-camera monitor. Portable design ideal for filmmakers to transition between scenes effortlessly. Full HD 1920 by 1200. Accurately expose and focus every shot. Okay. So let's put this over here. So this is the what you would call, what are they calling this? Sunshade. This is the sunshade. Comes with a packing list right here. So sunshade, manual, that's the monitor. We'll do that last. Let's see what else we have here. Oops. Right. This appears to be the mount and a set screw and Allen wrench. HDMI cable, which I bought one earlier in the week, which I will use this to replace this. And we have the grid. So this bracket this is for the sunshade. Okay, so that'll stay in the box. We're not going to be using that. We have our own HDMI cable. So monitor, HDMI cable, sunshade, hot shoe mount, battery plate. Battery plate must be on. Yep, battery plate is on there. Yes. Right. So the F970 battery plate is on the monitor itself right here. Put up. Let's just set this stuff to the side for now. Okay, so we've got everything on the packing list. Here is the monitor. Let me show it here. So we can see on top, it's actually like this. We have an F1 key, we have an F2 key, we have a left and a right, we have a menu button, an up down, and then a power. We have on the upper left side, we have a DC jack, HDMI in port, HDMI out port, and then a headphone jack. We have a USB upgrade port, where I guess for firmware upgrades. And we have a set screw hole on the top and the bottom of the device. So, very nice weight. This, when I first picked this out of the box, I didn't say it out loud on the camera, but I said to myself, wow, that feels tough. That feels heavy. This is not what I was expecting. This is a lot nicer. Alright, so 7 1/4 inch, 4 3/4 inch tall, 3/4 inch thick. If you account for the battery, it's about going to be about 2 inches. The screen is 7 inches. So, all right. Peel off the screen protector. Set that to the side. Alright. I'm going to go grab my battery real quick. I've actually been charging my 970 battery all day to make sure it had plenty of juice. I would assume it goes in like that. Okay, I put the battery in and it powers right up. So it appears as if it is waiting for an HDMI signal. So far so good. It's saying I got 100% battery and I have no signal. So what I'll do is I will cut the video, reposition the Sony camera, and we will connect this to the Canon G50. All right, so let's cut this portion of the video that we're at right now, and we'll come back when we get it all set up. I'm going to run the camera. I'm going to run the cable to the camera. Run the cable from the camera to the monitor. Sorry, I'm a little excited. And then we'll take a look at what we got. All right, we'll be right back. Okay, everyone, I'm back up. I had to set the camera. Oh man, hold on. Well, I don't need it. I had to set. I got the monitor. It's gonna take me a minute to get used to this. I had to set the output of the HDMI to 1080i forced. So I had to do a forced interlaced output on the G50, which is interesting. I'll have to read through the manual here and make sure I got that right. But that actually looks pretty good. The image coming through is actually pretty nice. Embedded audio on. There it goes. There's my level meters. All right. So this is definitely going to take me some time to go over with the manual, to do it proper. But let me just say this. Just looking at this, what I'm seeing on here, this is going to be a huge boost. Just literally sitting right here off to the side, getting my audio levels and a histogram alone, that is going to help me immensely with this room specifically. The color looks great. I'm real interested to see how this image translates onto my computer. If it is in fact this this nice looking. Go over. Looking at that, I mean, that really looks good. I have the 970 battery on here. I also have a 770 that I will definitely use with this. I'll get that charged up. I'll take a look at some of these items, see about getting it on a tripod and going from there. I'm gonna cut this video. I'm gonna read the manual, and I'm gonna come back with more of this, because I want to give you guys a little bit more. I want to set this up and get a camera on it. I may even do an HDMI out and try to do a screen capture on the computer. So all right. Anyway, yeah. Let me do some reading on this, and then we'll come back. I want to make sure that I've got everything squared away. I'm going to do I want to do a full menu run through before I upload this video, so you guys can see everything that this thing can do. All right, I'll be right back. All right. All right, so there we go. I have the T7 FEELWORLD field monitor actually on top of the G50 right now. And I think it has a pretty good appearance. I've got my ring light over here and my mesh light over here. I can see the histogram on the lower right hand corner of the monitor, and I can see my audio levels on the lower left hand corner. I can also see my battery power on the upper right hand corner of the monitor. And that looks something like that. I'll share that in the video. I mean, it does what it says. I had to go into forced 1080i mode. I still got to figure that out. I don't know. Interesting though. It says true 1080p, but it won't accept a 1080p signal out of the HDMI port. It had me go to forced 1080i mode, which is interlaced. So all right, okay. I wanted to get a picture of the Canon in action with the T7 on top, so you guys could see what it's going to be. I'm probably not going to have it here. I really think I'm going to have it here off camera, so that I can see my my exposure and stuff. And it really shouldn't be that often that I need to. This is going to be more for me shooting outside with the sunshade and the bracket that comes with it. There is Velcro along the outer rim here that the sunshade then goes on. The sunshade has Velcro lining all here, so it would go like so. And then this would go on here so that you could see outside. Like that. That's cool. Alright. So, let me get a side shot of that. Cool. Awesome. Cool little setup. Cool little rig. Alright, again, I don't think I'm going to have it there like that. I really think I'm going to have it off to the side in here. While I'm outside, I obviously will. I also have the light that will definitely help me for darker scenes. I reviewed this yesterday. That review link will be right here, or right here. And I think this is a good setup for this camera, the G50. This definitely is an improvement over the monitoring situation. Although I love the touch screen, the articulated screen that comes with the G50. It was hard for me to see. I don't think I'm gonna have a problem seeing this this FEELWORLD field monitor. I still am not real pleased about the Force 1080i. I mean, that's not the end of the world. But it says full HD right here on, I mean, it's, and supports 4K HDMI input output, and this camera can send out full HD, and it's not reading it. So maybe it's the cable. Maybe I need to use the cable that came with it. Anyway, I'm going to withhold this review until I get some more data. Then I'll upload. So it may be a day or two before I upload this video. I may just upload the unboxing portion and save the review for later this weekend, and we'll go from there. All right. So let me cut this, and then I'll see what else I have to do. All right. Good deal. Okay. So here we are on the monitor, the FEELWORLD studio monitor or field monitor. When you have it connected via HDMI to your camera, you simply turn the power on, and you will get the startup screen here, and then it connects. So this is what I'm seeing on my camera right now. Now, what I'd like to point out is the camera that I have this connected to, the Canon G50, it has a power off. So I'm recording on it right now just so that the camera will stay on. I just wanted to point that out. So I'm actually recording this. So I want to step through some menus so we could go over some things. First thing, the function keys. You have an F1 and an F2. And F1, as default, controls the histogram. So when you press F1, it'll turn it off. Hitting it again will bring it back to your screen. You also have the audio levels that is coming through the HDMI. Now this is not on by default. I've turned it on because I've had a little bit of time with the monitor, so I've set some things up. So when we get to that section of the monitor, I'll show you where that is. Your other function is F2, and that is by default your false color. Over here you have the legend that tells you what the colors are in reference to your exposure. So this is a good way of setting your exposure. And if you've never worked with false colors, like I haven't, I've never worked with them. The key here lets you know how to read, what you're seeing. Again, you hit F2, and it will restore your monitor to the default. I also have the 9 grid on here, so that helps with your rule of thirds. Anyway, we'll step through that. Alright, so on the top there's a menu button, and that opens up your menu right here. So you step down right here next to the menu button. So your picture mode, I have it in standard. You can also have a mild, a user, or a dynamic. And you'll notice as I cycle through, the brightness, the contrast, the saturation, and the sharpness, their values are all changing as I filter through. That is basically what controls your picture mode, those 4 features. So you can go to user and set your own values there. I'm going to go back to standard, and we'll go from there. Let's step down another. So then we go to the color temperature, and this is the color temperature of the display. I'm going to leave that at what it's set at. And then we have our tint. This is the tint of how the colors are represented. I'm going to leave that at the default. I'm going to hit menu, and that is going to take me to the top of the menu again. And now I can move over. So now I'm at the second one. I'm going to step down into there. Language will stay in English. The aspect ratio, I'm in auto now, but you can have 4:3, 16:9, adjust scan, panorama, P to P, and then back to auto. So I'll probably leave mine in auto. No signal is it's a blue screen is what it defaults to, but you can have a red screen, a green screen, or a black screen, or a white screen. And basically, what it is when you don't have a signal in a monitor, what are you going to see? So it's defaulted to blue screen. OSD transparency, it's off right now. This is the menu transparency. So if you go low, middle, or high, you can see how the menu is getting lighter and lighter, so you can see what's behind it. So I think middle is not a bad one to use. I'm going to leave it at middle. And then this is your position, your height, your H and your V values. This will move the menu around. Like let's say you want to have it offset. You don't want it to be right in the center. You can adjust that there. And then this will be it defaults at 30 seconds. This is the time it takes for the menu to disappear from the screen. So and it's in 10-second increments. So you can have it off where it won't ever go off. You'd have to hit menu to turn it on and off. 10-second, 20-second, 30-second. So I'm going to put it at 20. 20 sounds good. Actually, let's go to 10. 10 sounds okay. So. And backlight is the strength of the backlight. It defaults at 90. Power on is at auto. You also have manual, or is basically you have auto or manual. Those are your 2 settings. And then the next one is USB upgrade. That's what you would select if you wanted to upgrade the firmware. All right. So let's menu back and go over to our third one, which is the 9 grid zoom. So you can have that on or off. Your zoom, you can have it 4 times, 9 times, or 16 times zoom. So that's pretty handy there if you're trying to get your focus down. Zoom mode, mode 1 or 2. You have off, mode 1 or mode 2. So you can work through there. And you can see here, when you go to these modes, you can preset the way that the zoom is controlled. So actually, for what we got going on here, how I'm doing this, let me keep that menu on for 30 seconds. That way, I'm able to give you a little explanation on this. And actually, let's do this too. Let's turn that transparency off so we can focus on that menu. Alright, so as you change from mode 1 to mode 2, the options you can change allow you to have two different settings for the way that operates. So I'm going to keep that off. Alright. Scan modes, you've got overscan or underscan. And we're back to the top. So let's go menu out, back up. Let's go over to the wrench. This is menu 4. You've got your center markers. You can either basically it's a little thing. So you got your X right there. It's either on or off. That tells you where your center is. I've got mine off. I'm already using the 9 grid, so to me that's good enough. All right, save frames. You can have an 80% save frame. You can have a 90% save frame, 93, 96, and then you go to your aspect ratios, 2.35 to 1 or off. So this may be something you want to have for if you plan on using cinematic bars. So this is pretty handy if you want to keep stuff within a certain area. So let's go back to off. The 9 grid, I have it on. It comes off by default. I turn mine on. Image freeze. This is either on or off. And when you have it on, what it does is it allows you to freeze the frame that you have presently on your camera. Image flip does what you would think. It flips the image. OSD flip is either on or off. Anamorphic. Alright, so what this will do is you got like 1.3 times, 2 times, 2 times mag, user defined, which you can then go step down and change the settings there, or off. And what this will be for is if you have a special lens, this will correct for whatever the lens is doing. You know, we're back to the top now. So, well, I'm sorry. No, alright, so your check field is you have mono, red, green, and blue. So you can cycle through those to check your colors. Histogram, that's right here. You can have it on or off, and that's also, so you can keep it off and then control it just with your F1. So I have it on so that my F1 allows me to turn it off if I don't want it. Alright. False colors. So same thing. This will turn it on, or F2, your shortcut key, will control that. Focus assist. If you have it on, you can then have the next, the peaking color then comes into effect. You can have blue, red, or green. So if I step back up now and turn focus assist on, my focus assist colors will be green. There you go. I'm going to take that back to blue. Alright. Overexposure, you can turn that on. Yeah, it's either on or off. Sorry, let me back that up. Exposure level is, I have it at 98, so that'll be the level at which you start seeing your zebras. So let me see if I can take that. See, so if I step that down, I'm going down, you're starting to see the zebras showing up. So let me take that back up. The default setting is 98. So anyway, that's that. You can adjust that however you like to set your exposure. All right. Next, we have embedded audio. All right, so by default, it's off. There is no audio meter on the monitor when you first turn it on. So I like to have audio. I enabled that. Ratio marker, it's presently off. You have 4 to 3, 13 to 9, 14 to 9, 15 to 9, 16 to 9, 1.85 to 1, 2.35 to 1, or off. So you've got all those different things in there, which is, there's more levels to it than the safe markers. So they're very similar, the ratio and the safe markers, so you can use whichever one you prefer. And in the color here, you've got red is the default. You've got green, blue, black, or white that you can also select. You can change the width of it, and you can. Let me turn it on so we can see what these do. So let's have our 4 to 3 on. Let's go down. We'll change it to, so you got green, blue, black, and white. Let's go back to red. Its defaults at 3. You can increase the thickness of it all the way up to 7. All right. Next, you've got modified Mark 1. You've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the highest. So basically, that just grays out the area that's outside of your mark. So that's pretty cool. All right, so let me go back up to ratio marker and set that to off. I won't be using that. And I'm going to menu out, step out there, and go over to our F keys. This is where you set your F1 and F2. So basically how you would do that is you would step down into the menu, you would hit your selector, and then this will tell you all of the functions you can choose for that. So let's go from the top. So you can have center marker, safe frames, check field, focus assist, aspect ratio, image flip, image freeze, histogram, which is what the default is for F1, false colors, which is the default for F2, overexposure, embedded audio, 9 grid, zoom, or anamorphic. So you can select any one of these items to be set to your 2 hotkeys. You have F1 and F2. So let's step out of that. And that's really it. That takes you hit the menu key, that takes you back out. So again, your F1 key will turn your histogram on or off. If you've got the histogram off, it'll be the opposite. The histogram will, F1 will then turn the histogram on or off instead of off or on. Same with your colors. The false colors will either be on or off depending on how you have it set in the menu system. So anyway, this is a very nice 7-inch field monitor. It runs on the 970 battery, but it also takes the 770 and the 570. So you can use any one of those batteries from Sony, which is cool because I have all 3. So I've got the little little 570. I've also have the 770, and the 970 is what I have on it right now. I put this onto a little tripod stand. Actually, it's a light stand, and it looked pretty cool. So I set it down here on the table so I could get a good angle for us to be able to get, the menus look through. Where's that at? There we go. There were some things I read online about this tripod or hot shoe connector, and I really didn't see any problems with this. It worked fine. I mean, I don't know why some people complain about things. It boggles my mind sometimes to hear people complain about things. I think that really are not worth the argument. I mean, you could complain about this, but FEELWORLD is not going to give in the next batch of monitors. They're not going to give you a better adapter. I mean, they're just they put what they put in there because they're trying to give you more value here. If you want a $50 tripod mount or a $50 hot shoe mount, you're going to lose features on here. They're going to give you less here. People sometimes, they're so ridiculous in what they want. And then if this thing was $280, people would be complaining about the price. But they'd have a great tripod mount or a hot shoe mount. I don't understand people sometimes. They don't think. The main feature of this monitor is its price. There is nothing on the market for $150 that even comes close to what this thing can do. And then they're going to go and complain about the hot shoe mount. I don't know. All right. Anyway, let me cut over to my main camera so we can do a closeout on this. I hope this helped you guys. I'm going to do a couple more videos this weekend, taking this outside and seeing what kind of footage we can shoot with this attached to my G50, my Canon G50, because that's what I got this for outside shooting. So, all right, let me cut over to the main camera so we can do a closeout on this, and then we'll go from there. Thanks. All right, everybody. So I'm back. Got the FEELWORLD right here with my histogram and audio markings on there, so it's pretty cool. Battery's doing awesome. So I've had the battery on since I got it, and I'm pleased to say that it's still at 100%. I mean, I'm an hour into recording, it's still at 100%. And that's the 970. I've got a 770 and a 570 Sony battery, so this monitor will outlast the battery on the camera, on all my cameras, so that's excellent. Again, I was just talking about this, and it's just I put it on the camera, and the way that people were describing it is it couldn't hold the monitor up, and man, it was as rock solid as anything I've ever put. I don't know why people say some things they say. On that, while I'm on that topic, I try to create a community on my channel where people can share their thoughts and their expertise and ask questions without the threat of people coming and leaving nasty or derogatory remarks. So I've said this before in some of my videos, and I'll say it again now. If you're that guy that feels like you need to say something nasty on my channel in my comment section, let me just tell you, just save yourself the aggravation of getting blocked, because I don't put up with that bullshit. This is again, I'm trying to create a community where people that want to learn can feel safe about asking any question at any skill level. Am I Stanley Kubrick? No. Are you? You sure as hell are not either. So get off your high horse. Let's learn together. Let's try to be better human beings and not ridicule what other people say or do. That's all I'm going to say about it. You know who you are. So I apologize to anybody if you've left comments on my channel and someone has jumped on you or verbally jumped on you or made you feel like you were stupid for asking a question or making a comment. That's not what this channel's about. So I apologize for people's lack of kindness. Anyway, back to the gear. The USB cable that I started out the week with, the JS Aux, again, the company I never heard of, excellent cable. You put it into the HDMI port, it locks in there. It's a secure tug connection. The cable is braided. It feels like an excellent cable. I'm very satisfied with it. That came in on Monday, and I paid $15 for it. The light that we got, again, that was a nice box. This is a real nice box. I mean, that's a solid box. I could sit on this and it wouldn't break. Roleno is the name of the light. It is item number PLVS104 is the item number for it. They call it the soft light PLVS104. I highly recommend this light. If you are looking for a good off-camera light or even an on-camera camcorder light, the light won't steer you wrong. I really think it is excellent value. $35. It has an internal battery that you can charge via USB. So you're not having to worry about carrying batteries around. Just charge it up before you go, pop it in your bag, throw it on top of your camera. Again, similar comments I've read online about it's now this isn't it, but I'm saying it's on my camera right now, so I can't show you the tripod mount or the hot shoe mount that it comes with, but it's similar to the one that comes with the FEELWORLD field monitor. But again, there's nothing wrong with this stuff. These people it's $35. What do you want? Would you rather pay $95 for the light because you're wanting to? Oh man, I don't understand people. Why they got to be so unsatisfied with a good deal? So it's a great value at $35. Yes, it is not a top-notch hot shoe mount, but I wasn't expecting one for $35. Or if I did, I'd expect a lot less on the light. Right now, I'm very satisfied with the light because I feel like I couldn't get a better value. I feel like I've got 3 of the best values online this week in the cable, the light, and this field monitor. So back to the field monitor now. The one thing about it was I had to change my output on my HDMI port on the G50 to forced interlaced, which, again, I couldn't find a solution for that in the manual. I did look, I dug around, there was nothing that I could find, so it is what it is. There's nothing wrong with the image I'm seeing on the monitor, so I don't think it's going to be an issue for me. the sunshade that came with it. I'll be reviewing this tomorrow. When I get the camera outside, this will be on it. Now, just my luck, I'm supposed to have rain in the forecast, so I may not need the sunshade, and I may not be going outside. I may be stuck inside doing more maybe studio tests with it, but that's okay. I am impressed with the histogram. I'm impressed with the audio monitor. I'm impressed with the false colors. I can turn them on right now. So I'm turning the false colors on right now, so I can get a really good idea of my exposure. I mean, it's so nice to have quality tools at your hands that allow you to work at a higher level just by spending a couple $100. So, $100, what was it? $149. Let me see. I got it right here. I want to be right for you guys. I don't want to. I don't want to guess. I want to know. I apologize for the wait. Yeah, $149 for the monitor. $15 for the cable. $35 for the light. So that's $200. And I feel right now that I'm in a much better space creatively in my studio than I was the day the Canon G50 came to my home. So the accessories I bought, I said this in yesterday's video, the accessories I bought have improved my ability to shoot footage. If they didn't, I would want to send them back. So that's that's the whole point. If any one of these three items didn't improve what I was doing before I got it, then I wouldn't need it. The monitor, I can definitely see where this is going to help me. The false color is really awesome. The picture's awesome. The battery life. I mean, I'm still at 100%. I'm going on an hour and a half now of it being on non-stop, and it's still at 100%. So I'm impressed. I mean, it's good stuff, man. Even the audio monitor is it's sitting there giving me a good read, and I was squinting to look at my flip screen. I'm 4 feet away from the camera, and I couldn't read it. It was so small. This is, bam! It's right there. Good stuff, man. So I'll take all this outside. Oh, not the light. I won't take the light out, but I'll take the monitor and the cable will be wrapped up, and I'll take it out tomorrow. Let me show you real quick the stand I got it on. So I don't know if you can see that. So it's I normally have my ring light on this. It's a light stand for my softbox light kit. So when I don't use my softbox, I have my ring light on here. So I've got it repurposed just right now for a field monitor. So there it is, looking back at you. So yeah, man, with the 10-foot cable that I got earlier in the week, I just sit right off to the side right here. I got plenty of cable. I can move it wherever I want, and I can see. It's right here. And I'm like, okay, I can see my histogram. Good job. I'm very pleased with the three items. They are working in concert together to help me do a better job at giving you guys a higher quality product. So that's going to do it for this initial unboxing and review, or unboxing and initial review. I will reserve the right to make any amendments to my review once I've done more with the field monitor. I got it for outside, and I really want to get it outside and see how it helps me with the sun when the sun's out. I live in Florida. It's not called the Sunshine State for no reason. I've been struggling with the G50's monitor when in certain lighting situations where I just can't see the screen, and it's frustrating. So that's what this is for. I'll let you guys know how we do with it. Hopefully I get some opportunity tomorrow, and I'll be talking to you guys real soon. Hope you have a great weekend, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below, or feel free to email me at bbuck822@gmail.com. Have a great weekend, guys, and happy 4th of July. Bye-bye now.